Have fear, two travelers shared the same road. Storms, long miles, firelight that turned strangers into something gentler. Thaisha walked beside Occtis, through valleys scarred by old wars, through forests that still remembered how to breathe. Neither of them said it aloud, but sometimes the heart builds a place for someone before the mind understands why. Occtis carried silence like borrowed armor, the careful quiet of someone raised in rooms where trust was expensive. Even when the road was safe, his eyes stayed searching. Thaisha noticed, not with questions, not with lectures, just small things, an extra portion of food near the fire, a steady voice when doubt crept into his words, a watchful patience whenever the night felt too long, the kind of attention that grows naturally in someone who has already been a mother. Her son was far away, then Aligor, serving somewhere beyond the hills with the barrow guard. Distance leaves hollow places, sometimes another life briefly stands in the light of that absence. She never called him a son, the word never crossed her lips, but something in her heart recognized the shape. Occtis standing quietly in a place built from worry and instinct. Thaisha watching the road ahead with the quiet vigilance of someone protecting more than a friend. Occtis, he never knew. For months he stood in a space inside her heart that had once belonged to a child she missed. When the others later joined the road, the bond was already there, not obvious, just woven into small moments. Thaisha guiding when Occtis doubted his steps, Occtis listening when her voice carried warning. The others saw trust, but trust alone does not sound like that. There was warmth in it, a quiet shelter neither of them examined, because some bonds survive only while unnamed. Then Blade came, a betrayal, a sudden fall into silence. Occtis died. When he returned, the world itself seemed uncertain. Occtis walked again, but the rhythm of life around him had shifted. The wind hesitated, the forest listened too closely. Thaisha felt it immediately, life and death move in a patient circle. Occtis stood somewhere outside it, not gone, not whole, and the balance she served did not know how to welcome him back. Occtis, still breathing, still walking, but something in the living world no longer moved easily around him. Julian watched him differently. Where Thaisha once saw a wounded young traveler, Julian saw a name heavy with history. To a soldier, bloodlines matter. They carry the echoes of old decisions, old rivalries, old dangers, waiting to wake again. At first Thaisha resisted that thinking, but ideas travel quietly when repeated often enough. And slowly the name Occtis carried began to sound different in her thoughts. Still she held to the old instinct, protect him, guide him, pretend the grave he escaped had not altered the path ahead. Then the news arrived, Aligor, the barrow guard, ordered should never have been given. Suddenly her real son stood somewhere inside danger she could not see. Fear moved quickly through her, the kind of fear only a parent understands. And the heart is a house with limited rooms. When Aligor stepped back into the center of her worry, the place Occtis had been standing in simply vanished. Not cruelty, not rejection, just the gravity of blood. Now Thaisha saw him clearly. A man returned from death, a survivor shaped by a powerful past. No longer the young soul she had quietly guarded on the road. The tenderness faded into distance, concern became caution, and the forest inside her listened more carefully to the path he walked. Occtis, he never knew for half a year. He had been standing in the quiet place where a mother keeps her worry. He never knew for half a year. He had been standing in the quiet place where a mother keeps her worry. They still travel the same road. Thaisha still speaks with calm wisdom. Occtis still trusts the steadiness of her voice. But something invisible has changed direction, because the space he once filled has returned to its rightful name, Aligor. And somewhere in the quiet distance between them walks a truth Occtis may never hear that once before death and doubt, and the weight of the world returned. He had already been held in the shape of a son.